and hold the phone. So if we look, yeah, this was a demonic angle. I'm just gonna say it straight up, she's sexy. All right, so don't worry, the Jujutsu Kaisen video is in the works. I already started recording the audio for that. That's just gonna be a behemoth of a video. But I did want to talk about Solo Leveling since it's like a whole new show altogether. And I've seen a lot of people just talking about it. I think this is also a webtoon, similarly to like Tower of God, God of High School, and shit like that. And there are people saying that this was the best one, that this is like at least a 9.5 out of 10 type of show. And if it gets animated, it's gonna break the internet. I didn't really know the concept before, but all I knew is that there was a guy and I guess he just gets strong. And obviously that's like every other fucking show, but that's sort of what I was interpreting it as. And all in all, there's just been a lot of hype surrounding the show. So I watched episode 1. So if you haven't seen episode 1, I would go watch it really quick, come back to the video. And I just wanted to talk about it and just, I guess, give my opinions on what I interpreted from the first episode. And yeah, but yeah, no, so if there's one thing I was questioning off of looking at the trailers was the animation. It looked very simple. I didn't know how that would like translate over to the show. It kind of similar to like Goblin Slayer, and at least the first season, right? So I was kind of comparing it to that just off first glance. And I will say, watching this episode, it's a simple animation style, but it has a nice like crispness to it. It has a nice sharpness to it and like some shine, if that makes sense. And like there was some like a couple different shots where you could kind of feel like the depth perception, if that's even the word I'm looking for. When they were getting into those heavily animated scenes, it was nice. Like in the beginning, they were fighting the first batch of Chimera ants, and it was on some introductory shit. You know, there was support mage number 2 on the field. There was basic brawler number 87 getting mauled. And we also had Jugo and Sasuke putting on a fucking clinic as well. I'm looking at it again. I guess they're S-rank hunters, so I'm sure, especially how the episode progressed, they'll probably be brought up later. But yeah, no, even looking at this shit again, yeah, like when this nigga powered up and then Wolverine really got his fucking claws tingling and brought down like 7 Kirins. When they wanted to get visually like pleasing, like it was there. You know, now granted, this is the first episode and we know how misleading that shit could be. But no, I think since this is a very popular story and a lot of people have been waiting a minute for this, I could see this being consistent throughout the season. And I don't know what type of show this would be. I don't know the genre. I guess maybe it would be shonen, but it's just on some shit where some portals opened up. And then now the hunters are going into these portals and then conquering these dungeons. And of course, our protagonist is E-ranked, not even F. And that's like kind of disrespectful if you really think about it, because it's like S, A, B, C, D. And it's like, if you're gonna call him shit, just give him the fucking F. The episode actually starts off and everyone's partying up, I guess, getting ready to hop into this dungeon, D-ranked. We're not getting too crazy now. And we got this nigga pulling up with this shrub on his head. I don't know what type of cut this is, but there's potential here. And I'm assuming since the sideburns are as low as they are, for some reason he can't grow the beard. So first off, we fade that, because looking at it, both of his sideburns look like that one musical note. I think it's an 8th note. That's federal. And with that shit going on in the back, he really doesn't even, he could just tie that shit up in a bun, but that hairline, I think he's done. They're nice curls though. Oh, Andy said he has a wife? Oh yeah, he's good. I'm hating. Oh shit, what's up, son? Damn, everyone knows him. Is he that strong? Quite the contrary. Actually, that nigga is weak as hell. But I don't know how he does it though. He still pulls. And us older gentlemen are trying to take after that, because how are you known as the weakest hunter of mankind but are still pulling B-ranked shotties? I just don't understand it. We see Sung pull up and then he is talking to a B-ranked girl and she's infatuated with him. Sung, you cannot fold this, no matter how weak you are. That's what I'm thinking as I'm watching. I don't know if he's the only E-rank, but he better be the best fucking E-rank this world of hunters has ever fucking seen. And she wouldn't even care. That's how you know she's a keeper. And the way this episode ended, I don't even know if he's gonna get that opportunity. But I can't. Oh lord. But no, he hops into that dungeon, instantly starts getting manhandled. And as I was saying, Goblin Slayer, this is Goblin Slayer episode 1. And that's how you know he got this knife off of Timu, because he was able to kill a goblin with it, and for some reason he stabbed the next nigga in his chest, and then the knife shattered into a million pieces. I wouldn't even blame that shit on my rank at that point. No, I would make this same ass face, because that's not even me being E rank, that's just me getting scammed. And then he gets gutted, my twin pulls up and saves his life, and then our girl Johi does what she does best. They get through the dungeon, they think it's over, and then there's a mysterious cave. Halfway through this first episode, I was like, okay, there has to be that quote-unquote twist. I was hoping this was going the way it was going, because in the trailer and even before the show came out, it's like you always see that one panel from the show of that fucking smiling statue, and that's one of like the coolest panels I think I've seen when it comes to like manga and shit like that. It's just like the detail on it and just like the look of it is so fucking menacing. So getting to know the context of how that progressed is what I was very interested in. Y'all listen to me. It's looking like this dungeon has not been conquered and that we may have stumbled upon a double dungeon. And usually in cases like this, we would have to wait for the Hunters Association to tell us how to proceed. Best course of action is just to wait it out and we'll see what happens. OG, I'ma be real, we don't really stick to these rules and regulations. I know back in '68, this is how you guys used to operate, but now we just grab this shit by the horns and we go. Yeah, fuck that, tell him, Eighth Note. Are you kidding me? No, I understand what you guys are saying. For sure, I'm old as hell. We could take a vote. And I'm gonna just throw a side note in really quick. I'm not even trying to point this out like on some weird shit, I promise. I promise I'm not trying to point this out on some weird shit. And I noticed this back when we were at lunch at the food truck. And I'm noticing it again now. This woman, I don't know what she's got going on. It seems like there's a little bit more detail in the rear here. I don't know, there seems like there's a little bit more like circulation. I noticed this twice and I didn't want to. I promise I didn't want to. I'm being serious. I'm just saying she's packing something crazy. These are jeans regular cut we're talking about right now. These aren't even skinny. I'm not even gonna get into the mathematics behind it, but it's rambunctious. So of course the last vote relies on Sung, and we already know he's gonna make the wrong decision because this is just what the main character did. Well, the wrong decision for everyone else but himself, because he's thinking ahead. He already knows he has plot armor. He already knows that this show is about him, and this is his one opportunity to really make himself shine. If I don't go into this dungeon, she's gonna look at me as a bitch. They're all gonna look at me as a bitch. I can't do that. I'm already at the bottom of the barrel. I have to go in. This is obvious at this point. In worst case scenario, I fucking flee. They take the hit, not me. Man, real shit, I already know he's about to go into this fucking dungeon. I'm not even gonna heal his ass anymore. I'm not doing it. I need to heal my fucking heart. That's what I need to do. I need to take control of my own destiny, not keep putting all my life force into this dumbass nigga, man. I just can't even believe this shit. Let me grip this shit with force. Let's dive into this dungeon, gang. Lord of mercy. Oh! Before we get any deeper into this dungeon, I do have to point out that we were talking about some Chahae In, I guess that's her name, S rank. She pulled up on these niggas like Spider-Man. I don't even know what they were thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. And hold the fucking phone. So if we look, yeah, this was a demonic angle. I'm just gonna say it straight up, she's sexy. And I don't think boys understand this, I think men do. Looking good in a pair of leggings and like those like pants with the designs, you know what I'm talking about, or like the short Nike Pro, like that's cool. If a woman looks good in a pair of jeans, it's a different type of, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of like, damn, like that shit gets you jumpy because it's like, we could be formal, but not too, because look, this is a going out to the museum on a date type of fit, in my opinion. Maybe minus the hat, because the hat seems a bit incognito, like we're going to the park, but minus the hat on Chasahi, and we're going to the museum and we're walking and talking and chilling. She's got the nice little boots on. And like this, I love like the button down with the looseness. I'm getting too much into this. A nice pair of jeans on a girl, you just don't, it's a different type of like, oof. It's like a, ah. And there's a science to it. And it's definitely, it's definitely very specific. Like with this angle specifically, this was something I don't even know, but I know if I was there, I would have been RVD off of the top of that fucking building, frog splashing. But the thing is, I wouldn't pump that shit. I would like kind of charge it up as I'm coming down to increase my velocity. Because you know how they like pump the frog splash? They do like a little knee smack, boom. I'm smacking my knees like 20 separate times to like increase my speed. It'll be something vicious. But into the dungeon we go, right? So Sung, he has it mapped out for him. He has it on a gold platter. He is the weakest of the bunch. This is purely based off of personality, and this is what you have to appreciate. And he still has this girl by his side, angry at him for being such an idiot. And his punishment now is taking her out to lunch. It doesn't get any like better than this. And he's like oblivious to it. And now granted, he's focused on making his money. And that could get you into a hole. You really got to learn how to distribute the grind and the girl. Very important life lesson. And I really hope after this episode he could get her out of here alive. I hope he pulls some shit off. But maybe it's going to be some Mangekyo Sharingan shit. She's going to get abducted and then it's game over. And that's how he awakens. Because they pull up into this room and then I saw the iconic statues. I already knew some shit was popping off. And they start reading the ancient text. Jinwoo. Jinwoo. I'm not even capping right now. That nigga just looked at me. That statue just looked at me. I promise you on everything, he just looked at me. Doors closed. This game. See, I told you guys we should have just waited. And now we're sitting here, we're stuck. I just can't believe this shit, man. I'm out of this bitch. This happened because you guys are immature and because Jinwoo was watch out in the boat and it's all his fucking fault. And then he got the Yamamoto treatment. These niggas brought us to a room with statues and they're dead ass blaming me, the weakest link? Alright, staring contest, go. Don't look, nigga. You better not fucking look, I swear to God. Fuck! Yeah, and you know he's getting a power up when he starts giving that soliloquy monologue, that main character shit. And he starts talking about how he's been on the brink of death many times, how his knife is never... you already knew it was coming. But as soon as that statue looks at him, she fucking unloads like Cyclops. And see just the blast animation of this? Like, it was, again, very sharp, very crisp. And I was hoping for the smile, but we didn't get it. How could this happen? I'm telling y'all, this is Jinwoo's fault. This is all fucking Jinwoo's fault. Nigga, this is not my fault! And then the episode ends. So then they're falling apart. Their team chemistry rating is going down, and it's a massacre. I think the first half of the episode, obviously, it's like not some Attack on Titan shit. For our first episode, it was good. And I think it got the point across. Like, it wasn't anything, I think it did everything it was supposed to do. In terms of introducing certain characters, like even with our girl Chisai, my girlfriend, it's clear that she's gonna be like a significant character. Maybe even the guys in the beginning because they were S rank. I think it introduced the characters it wanted to introduce and got the point across about what the world is gonna be about. And I'm trying to think of another show with a similar concept, and I can't off the top of my head. Maybe like Sword Art, but the concept seems cool. Seems like a cool concept. I like the character designs. There are basic looking characters, but there's diversity. You know, it seems like there's diversity. There's not much color yet, but this also takes place in, like, I think Korea. So I mean, it wouldn't make sense. I'm excited for this show and I'm gonna keep up with it. And for the first episode, I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. It was definitely solid and it had me wanting to watch more. And I'm interested to see how Jinwoo, or however you say his name, I don't even know his name like that yet, but I'm interested to see how he progresses, if he saves his damsel in distress, and how they get out of this situation if they do. And kind of similarly to Mushoku, I may drop a video if this series like really gets good and like I'm really liking it. I may drop a video on this one, on this show, like every like couple weeks, kind of like how I did with Mushoku season 2, every 3 episodes or so. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so I thought the video was gonna end, but I was convinced otherwise, and I was told to wait till episode 2. And I will say, good choice. Good choice. The first episode of the show was good, but this second episode, we start off, Jinwoo is getting straight to business because he realizes the predicament he's in. Juhi, you've got to get the fuck up. You've got to get the fuck. What are you even doing right now? Get the fuck. We see our squad leader lose his arm. Tragic, just like that. I don't know what the fuck Juhi is doing. I guess it's nap time. But our squad leader told it like it is. Yeah, no, Jinwoo, I'm gonna be real, your girl, she may be a B rank healer, but she's an F rank everything fucking else. Also, before we even get in deeper into the episode, they showed the opening, and I'm not gonna lie, like, they make openings look good, like specials, for example, right? They had really good animation and shit like that. But like the little teaser fights that we were getting in the opening, the animation was looking so like, oh, and the angles, I guess, that shit was looking good. And we meet Jinwoo's sister, and she's in calculus. And then this girl behind her is talking shit about him. I don't even know what her problem is. She's like, isn't your brother a hunter? And then she was like, yeah, but he's E rank. So, I mean, he's like not the best. He comes back with bumps and bruises, but at least he goes out there. And the girl mumbles under her breath like, I could have done better. And I bet she's saying that with a C- in the class. But yeah, no. So once we get back into the, I don't even know what to call this room. The Temple of Sorrows. I don't even know. It's just a catastrophe. We got fucking Sonic the Hedgehog here thinking he could speed blitz the fucking... thinking he could speed blitz the fucking statue, and I'm thinking he's actually gonna make it out of here, at least to the door. I'm thinking he's talking a big game of it too. I'm very confident in my speed. I can rush out before it even attacks me. Keep in mind the door is closed. I don't even know where he's going, and he's fucking moving with efficiency, and he got his aglets blasted off of him. It blasted off 96.8% of his body. He got probably 20 feet max, so that nigga was not moving. He was not moving in the slightest. I don't even think he got started yet. I'm glad they didn't condense this into one episode, but like, if this was somehow just the first episode, this would have been such a fucking banger of a first episode. And there were 3 commandments in the ancient text, and one of them was to, I think, revere the god or something like that. So then Jinwoo was testing out the theory. He stands up and almost gets a tapered fade really quick, and he was instantly head down. And it pisses me off that they're all bowing down right now, and Juhi is dead ass like sound asleep. What the fuck is she doing? Probably about 5 to 10 minutes have elapsed at this point, because you have to think about it. Like, Sung had to think for a second about this, and she's still sound asleep. But I'm glad they started worshiping this god, because it brought forth a new meme format. And then we have this Twilight vampire looking ass nigga. Sung starts talking about how they have to praise God now. So he pulls up on, and he doesn't even have a fucking ounce of fear in his eyes. So I applaud him for this, and I appreciate him for like letting us progress forth in our plan right now. And he gave us his whole backstory in a matter of 3 seconds. He said, I've been conducting research on folklore and different ways to praise God, so I got this. Let me take a kneel down because y'all boys want me to pray. Psych, I'm gonna do the opposite here today because y'all boys don't even know what I'm really gonna do. This nigga wants me to pray for him? Well, boo-hoo. I'm here on this beat and this dude's smiling while I'm standing under his feet, and I know that Jin-Woo, Sung-Woo, whatever his name is, wants to go eat Joo-hee's fat, voluptuous, big old booty cheeks. Hold on, that was a bar. Keep going. That was a bar. I've been studying all of these methods to pray, and this is the new method I'm gonna try here today. And yeah, we're all here trying to get out of this dungeon. Man, we already lost when it was me that you were trusting. I like this egg with the smile. This is a devious ass smile. This might be the most devious smile in all of anime. This shit was getting gory. It's a little more than I anticipated, and I liked it though. And see, this was the saddest part of the episode. I'm real. Pregnant wife has a kid. Hey, Parker, look out! No! Yeah, no, that was sad. They gave him that same treatment Bambietta gave that one guy, and I was getting flashbacks. Jinwoo's doing exactly what I wanted him to do though, which is save his damsel. That's all I wanted. I was like, Jinwoo, figure this out. Figure this out one way or another, and he's doing that right now. And I'm be honest, I don't even know how he's figuring this shit out, but I guess he's just using context clues. It's like watching this over now, after I just watched it 10 minutes ago, and seeing him do everything that he was doing, get the fuck out of that. Like, this episode would have been done in about 30 seconds if this nigga was not with them. And he has them start praising the god by standing under the musical instruments, and then they start playing this mean tune. And the angles that they were getting were just so good. I really don't even know how he survived, to be honest. There was no reason. Like, he got attacked like 3 separate times on his run over there. Like, he tanked the fuck out of that shield bash. But as soon as that happened, they start blaming the squad leader for what? And I thought I liked this guy. Captain, I'm very sorry you lost your arm, but I mean, you have to really be honest here. You're the one that made this decision. That's just your karma. What? Yo, what the fuck? Was he not the one that sent us in this bitch? If I'm swinging on anyone, it's him. I'm not gonna swing on Jinwoo. What do I gain out of that? Yeah, see, and these are the types of people you never want on your team. You never want as a friend. You don't even want these types of niggas as your enemies, to be honest with you. Last part of the commandment was offering up a sacrifice. And as soon as that hand went up and that altar was in the middle, nigga that was already throwing blame on everyone but himself. Sword at the captain's neck. If we get out of this and I'm the captain, I'm snapping his neck as soon as we walk as soon as we walk out of that door. Yeah, no, but this was really on some Hogwarts legacy shit once they all go to the middle and then the flames go around and all the statues start coming to them at the same time. It was really, I don't know, like it just felt like intense the whole time. Like I'm not gonna lie, my ass cheeks were kind of clenched. And like it makes sense why they're running. It does, but Jinwoo is giving them the plan. He's giving them all of the answers. It's not like he was wrong up until this point, but see, it was the trickery with the door opening. Our first victim to fall to the trickery. I mean, we don't even know what happened actually once they left, but Miss Rambunctious Rear, she sprinted for that fucking door, and she didn't even think twice about it. Yeah, I'm out of here. Hey, I'll catch y'all niggas on the flip side. I'm out of this bitch, boy, I'm out. What? Everyone stay your ass fucking put. Stay right there. They're all bitch made. We're not, I promise you. But Sung, what if when these flames go out, we're locked in here for eternity? And I'm gonna be real with you. I've always envied you. I've always envied how weak your ass is, and you still managed to put a fucking smile on your face. I've envied how the fuck you got Joo-hee fawning over you for what? I don't know. But you really have carried us through this, and I give you your credit where credit is due. But Sung, you have no foot. I have both of mine. And I'm gonna utilize what God gave me. Damn, nigga, I'm sorry, nigga, I am, but I'm gone. Fuck, nigga's such a bitch, man, fuck. Yeah, no, so this shit was getting intense. It was getting very intense. And I was like, damn. Because it's like, you don't know if the people running out are surviving. They leave that up for interpretation. And then we have Captain doing what he set out to do, and he's sacrificing himself. He's like, listen, one person can stay here, you two go out. You have a long life to live, it's fine. And Joo-hee's pissing me the fuck off. She is. I get it. She expelled a lot of energy. I've never once in my life, in any anime I think I've ever seen in my fucking life, a healer use too much healing to where their legs don't work. I've never seen that. And she's standing up this whole time. Sit on the floor. Something like, what do we do? Joo. Oh my gosh, she's pissing. She's throwing. She's actually been throwing this whole episode. And I'm not gonna lie, Sung dropped the bar here. He did. He dropped the bar. He was like, Captain, take Joo-hee and leave. And you know Joo-hee, she's shaking at the legs, but her heart's getting shaken now. He took out his little amulet. Use this and take your ass out to get something to eat. And after I get out of this bitch, I'll come to you for the rest of the money and we'll do this shit again. Why not? Son, I'm not leaving! I'm sorry, son, but what the fuck is she screaming for? There's nothing to scream for at this point. I mean, we're already done. Her ass was annoying me too. I still love her though. Take care of her. Copy that. See, and this shit, highlight of the episode. I'm not even gonna, because from the reviews I've read, right, it seemed like his character doesn't have that much depth as he grows in terms of like him as a person, at least from what I've seen. Seeing his personality flip right here, it was actually so good. It felt like some Aaron Yeager type shit. I don't know, to me, like the internal monologue about it, because he was like, great, yeah, they left. I'm so happy about it. I wanted to get stronger too. But I mean, it's good that everyone got out, right? Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Nah, fuck that. Talking about you have a family, you have a family to feed, you have a family to be with, justifying yourself, nigga, that's selfish. Why is it always the selfish ones that get these benefits? I have a family, I have a sister, I have a home, I have a mother, I got shit to return to too. But I'm the only one that's receiving punishment. I just wanted to get strong. That's all I wanted to fucking do. And in the end, I surround myself by the wrong crowd. This is my solo leveling. And he name dropped the show. He did, he name dropped the show. And then he got a notification that his heart will stop in 0.02 seconds if you choose not to accept. Will you accept? And then he hits yes, so then he's gonna be like revived. I don't know what the fuck that, but like everything about the angles in this episode and the animation and like the voice acting and just like I'm not gonna lie, this was a 10 out of 10 episode. I'm not gonna lie, this is a 10 out of 10 episode for like what I know about the show. Compared it to episode 1, this was a 10 out of 10 episode. It was good the whole time. I was never bored a moment of it. This was a really, really good episode. And it's like the gore with it too. That's what I really liked, because there are some shows that censor it, you know, but like they really kind of went all out with like the limbs falling off and like the niggas getting their ankles taken from them. That statue must be a fan of Kyrie. But no, that was really good. That was really good. Damn, that was a great episode. That's all I gotta say. Since 2 episodes are out now, I think I could like give the show a rating so far. I would give the show so far, I'm gonna give it an 8, just because we've only had one setting. You know, I don't want to flat out give this shit a 9. Like I could average it out, give it a 9, because an 8 and a 10, I could do that. But I guess I would have to do that then. Okay, fine. I'll give it a 9 so far. I'll give it a 9. You got me. I'll see how the next couple episodes go. And if the next 3 are solid, then I'll make another video similar to this one. And then the next 3 after that, whatever, so on. But without further ado, on to the next one. And yeah, that's it.